Start. Press.
PR lifestyle is more than just hitting a PR in the squat, bench, or deadlifts. A PR could be going a week without skipping a meal. It's about being the best version of yourself, always improving.
Come on, somebody out there said they're working harder than you. No! Oh! No! Somebody working harder than you! Hurry up! Let's go! Somebody going outwork you. Somebody outwork you right now.
You versus you. Welcome back to the channel. Here we are at Desert Barbell. That's popular gym in Dubai. Today I am testing my 1 rep max on bench press to accomplish the standard. Brief hold once I unrock it. Rest pause, locked out, hold, rack command. So I'm going to do it with all the commands. And target today, somewhere around 225 to 240 kg. Being really optimistic. And I also will take an attempt with reverse bands. I'll have to set that up in the rack over there, no problem. Just taking a quick look around, haven't done it in a while. But reverse band training is really effective about a week or two out from your competition. It lets your CNS get primed and ready for attempting that same load without the reverse bands on game day. So once you get under that weight, whether it's squat, bench, or deadlift, with the reverse bands, it gives you that confidence that, okay, I've had to lift my hands before, successfully lifted with the reverse band, so when you get to comp, it won't be that shock factor. Going solo today, but I will have Sharif give me a handoff. Don't let me die. Yeah. He's well prepared now. Anyways, again, 225, 240 kg, roughly 515 to 540-ish on the top end. Somewhere in that range would be realistic, just based on what I felt last week. I did 45 for 3, long pause. So according to that and the speed of each rep, 515 to 540 seems doable. When you get started, get warmed up, take it from there. The commands are unrack it.
Okay.
Wait till the bar stops moving. Okay.
Go down.
Go down. So start.
Okay, start.
I'll start. After the bar stops moving, we press. Again, bar stops moving. Rack.
Okay.
Belt on bench press. Never found it all too helpful. That's why I don't see me using it as of late. But in the past, I used it all the time. Just to maybe try and squeeze an extra 1-2% out of the lift. I did find just now that if you try and breathe into your diaphragm once you're already set up into position, pretty difficult to breathe in here and brace once you're ready in your position. But if you do it before you get into position, right? So I'll demonstrate here. Do it here with a flat back, and then get into position while holding that breath. I find I can create a lot more pressure than trying to breathe in from here. This is much harder. I can't create nearly as much pressure in my diaphragm. And if you can do it properly, I do think it does help just a little bit, but every little bit helps. So I'll take a hand off here, Sharif. Take the breath in from here.
Start. Press. Rack.
So in the past, I'm really small that I never discovered for myself, or I was taught, but when to breathe into the belt. Just figured that out just today, for sure, with a flat back. There are some positions in the squat, bench, deadlift in your setup that just make it easier to breathe into your diaphragm and create the intra-abdominal pressure. For example, in the deadlift, for me, the easy position, right here at the top. That's the easy position to create that pressure. Down here, I find it a bit more difficult. Squat, before the unrack, right? If you do it after you unrack, you don't have that stability from breathing your diaphragm. So you want to take in that big air in your diaphragm, brace before the unrack. Okay, let out just a little bit of air, not too much. And once again, breathe in your belly, brace, then squat. Bench, flat back. So you're in a comfortable position, almost here. You don't want to be here and try and breathe in your diaphragm, much more difficult. Some can do it, I can't. But from here, I find it much easier to breathe in my diaphragm and brace and create that intra-abdominal pressure that will give you that stability and give you just a bit more explosivity off the chest. Every little bit counts, guys, every little bit. And used properly, breathing and bracing can make a night and day difference. Now we are on 220 kg. Same thing here with commands, 1 rep. Depending on how this moves, I'll figure out what my next set's gonna be. But based off how 180 felt, I feel okay today. I feel okay.
Start. Press. Rack.
Probably add a 5 kg each side now, go up a little bit. That'll make it like 505, 507, here's 11 pounds. And we'll try from there, see how that goes. Top set could be 515 as we're expecting, which is fine. Of course, very challenging. This is a good example of just how much of a difference benching with commands, completely raw. I will add wrist straps to the next set, but frankly, the wrist straps don't make near as much of a difference as elbow wraps do. Make of a difference. So now it's probably my top set. We're at a little over 500, 507 or so, 508. But if I were to do this touch and go, I'd say another 5-10% on top of that. So then we're talking like 535 to 550. With wraps, add another 5-10% on top of that. That can get me to the 570 to 585-ish range, like 6 blues each side. So it's a really big difference depending on how raw you're going. Are you using wraps? Are you doing touch and go? How short is your pause? Is it a 1 second pause? Is it a 3 second pause? These variations make it significantly different depending on exactly how you're benching. But this is to a competition standard, right? So this is closely replicating how I'm going to be benching on game day. I have a lot of experience competing, and you want to have a longer pause in training because you never know. I found that a lot of the times these guys are giving commands for hours and they just forget sometimes. And if you miss the lift because they gave you a 4-second pause command, that's it. You don't get another chance. So better prepare for the worst.
Start. Press. Rack. Nice.
I did. So I think it's better call there. Ask him off the bench. No lift. I could probably try a little bit more, but unnecessary. Likely doing missed lift. We don't want missed lifts from training.
You get good support.
Oh yeah. More anything pain-free. That's funny. The pain just goes away instantly. All that arm wrestling breakouts, inflammation, gone. At least while I have them on. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay.
Start. Press. Rack.
Well, that was already 10 kg more, easier than when I had them off. No doubt.
This was very different.
Yeah, it's a completely different game. That was 10 kg more, and it was much easier than the last set.
Yes.
We're going 10% of 515, so we decided to use the wraps, not just for marketing purposes, but we're having a bit of a hard time setting up the reverse bands and getting an efficient spot. So we went back to the comp bench, and now we're using the wraps. Same spiel, no support at the lockout, just like the reverse bands, but full support in the bottom position. In addition to that, you're getting, at least if you have any elbow or bicep breakouts inflammation, as I do, completely eliminated while the wrap is on. That compression completely nullifies any inflammation, any pain you have in this region. I mean, if you have a major injury, don't expect a miracle. But if it's like grade 1, grade 2 like me, a level of inflammation, you're gonna feel zero pain. And what that does is it lets you approach the bar with more confidence. Without the wraps, on the way down, I'm like, ugh, I'm wincing because it hurts from arm wrestling. I did practice on Sunday. I thought I'd be more recovered by now because the way I've been pulling has evolved. I'm not pulling just my biceps anymore. So I thought, okay, I can do both in the same week efficiently. But no, there's still a price to be paid for that practice I had on Sunday. Definitely not going to practice this weekend as I have to have a true under max without any wraps next week. We're going to take this for a ride, see how it goes. So far, already benched 10 kg more with the wraps on, easier than I did 10 kg less without the wraps. So I think this will go up as well. Let's see what happens.
Start. Press. Push, push. Rack.
I thought it was a no lift, ask him off the bench. Last one was good. But still, if you're using wraps, you're not trying to prepare for competition or you have different training goals. I thought it'd be fun today because I was supposed to use reverse bands anyways. But if you want to have an idea of how much wraps really help, now you know. I'd say that was roughly 7-8%. Adam will have the number on the screen, figure it out. We just subtract the difference between the wraps and no wrap lift and give us a percentage. But that's a wrap for today. Went good. I am a little under, at least with no wraps, my all-time best, under 10% at this body weight. I've done 573 in competition. Today I think I did like 505 or 510, just a little over 500 pounds. So maybe it's like 15% or so down. Possibly I can get a little bit more on comp day. Let's see, try and get under 10%. And then what I really want to see is, can I build from here? Or is it going to keep going down? Is it going to just never get any better than what it is on TRT? That's what I want to find out. What happens moving forward from the mock meet? Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it just stay the same? It'll be a fun experiment. If you're interested in PR lifting accessories, it's prlifestyle.com, link down below. I'll be back in a couple of days for a deadlift session. Same thing, 1 RM, and then 1 RM with reverse bands, and we'll take it from there.